Hey guys, welcome to Daily Duels. So I know you're like, what the heck is this, Daniel? Okay, it was supposed to be tagging with Tiago, but he was busy, had to do something. I didn't feel like dueling with the Utopia deck anyway, so I was like, you know what? Why don't we just do the deck profile? The deck is probably the closest out of all the decks to be taken off of Daily Duels, so I might as well just get the deck profile out the way now, since I have the time, and we're not doing a tagging with Tiago, so I apologize about that for those of you who really want it. But hey, at least you get the deck profile. So the deck is a pretty simple, standard Utopia Zex weapon deck. I know it was VZW, but I had to change it because for a while Utopia Ray V wasn't on uh, YGO Pro. So, I had to take him out, and then eventually I just changed the deck, and eventually I just didn't feel like, using him. There was actually one time where we went back on Dev Pro, and, I got to use him again, and the Barian's forces just kept on clogging, and in the end, I really didn't feel like I really needed it. So, despite the whole VZW picture, I'm just and the things on the thumbnail, I'm just too lazy to change it. But, yeah, this is just a standard Utopia Zex weapon deck. No Utopia Ray V, no Barian rank up, none of that. So we're just gonna hop in right to it. So we play 3 Goblinbergs, when he's normal summon, special summon a level 4 or lower from your hand, and then this card goes to defense position. So pretty much, summon this, turn defense, summon a Star Drawing, make a Utopia, or summon a Crane, draw a card, or, it's just a simple way just to make a quick Utopia. Same thing with 3 Tin Goldfish, just when it's normal summon, special summon a level 4 from your hand. So, as you can see, Goblinberg and Goldfish do the job well for Sacred Crane. So as you can see, there's no Kage. I used to run him, but I took him out. I didn't really like him. He really wasn't like bringing anything new to the table that Goldfish and Goblinberg couldn't do already. So those are our additional summoners. So we can, make it just a Utopia with ease. Just go Goblinberg, summon Sacred Crane, or summon Star Drawing, make a Utopia, equip some Zack with weapons, and just go blah. Okay. Then we run triple Star Drawing. Star Drawing is really good for Utopia deck. It can be your rank 4 or rank 5, and you get to draw a card when, you exceed summon. So, yep, that's really good. So, as you can see, there's no Summoner Monk in this deck, and as you can see, my spell count is only 10. And none of those spells I really want to discard, so there's no Summoner Monk in this deck, so, you probably won't be seeing none of those plays. Maybe in your own personal Utopia deck you can do that, but not in this one. Not in mine. Alright, and we have triple Sacred Crane. This card is worth like nothing. It's a really old card, but pretty much when this card is special summoned, pretty much the controller gets to draw a card, so you just go Goblinberg, summon Sacred Crane, draw a card. It's pretty much another Star Drawing, just, keep your resources up, keep you going. So, yep. We run triple Tricky. I know you guys are probably thinking, no, Daniel, no, Tricky's a neg. Tricky has actually been working out really well since I put him in. He's allowed me to go into like first turn 8,000 Invincible Utopia. Sometimes I just have cards in my hand. I don't even mind discarding. I wouldn't mind discarding something just to make sure, like, bam, I got level 5 on the field, so I can go like special summon Solar Windjammer, pitch summon Tricky, make a rank 5, or I can go pitch summon Tricky, normal summon Star Drawing, and then make a rank 5, So, just a whole bunch of ways just to combo with the Tricky, and, I'm glad that I actually decided to put him in the deck. At first he wasn't in there, but in the end I was just like, you know what, just might as well put him in there. Then we run triple Solar Windjammer, so when my opponent goes first and, they put a monster, I could just be like, bam, there's a 5 right there. Then, you could just summon Star Drawing, make a 5, or summon the Tricky, make a 5, summon a Gaga Magician, make a 5, it's just so simple, just make 5s and 4s in this deck. So, definitely the Solar Windjammer helped. I was actually trying out Photon Slasher, but he really wasn't working because I wouldn't always have XC monster on the field. Sometimes I wouldn't have nothing on the field, and I'd have a Photon Slasher and be like, okay, now what do I do with this? Well, if I was the Solar Windjammer, I could just be like, oh, special summon it. So I'm glad that I decided to put Solar Windjammer back over Photon Slasher. Then we have 2 Gaga Magicians. Not really a big fan of him. I really just can't figure out what else to run. At this point, like, I guess we could run like, just like, I guess like staple cards like a Book of Moon or something, but Gaga, he kind of does the job, but he doesn't really bring anything new to the table, and that's why I'm not really impressed by him. It's like, oh, he can be a rank 4 and a rank 5. Okay, Star John can do that. Oh, it's just like everything that guy does in this deck, other cards can do it. So that's the reason why. So pretty much, when it comes to the tricky, he's probably like the first one that I pitch. But definitely not impressed by God Magician. And if I ever change or update the deck, he'll probably be the one taken out. I guess technically, if you want to go with the VZ, I'd take these two out and put in the Bardian's Force. So there you go. That's how you would make the deck with Utopia Ray V. Then we have one Honest, because this deck summons a light Utopia. It's already a super strong beater, and then you attack into something and drop the Honest and go for game. Honest is so cheap, so cheap. I know Asian Eyes did a video where he's like, Honest could go to 2. No. Honest is cheap. Alright? I play Constellars in real life. Honest is cheap. Which is funny, because I dueled this guy, and I got Honest in my first hand two of the rounds out of 3. So, Honest is just being broke, I was like, I just sit there as like a monster, and he'd be like, "Oh, for you on attack, Honest." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." So yeah, Honest is broke. Just stay at 1. You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if it gets banned if Lightsworns and Boojins do really well next format. Wouldn't be surprised if this card gets banned. And now we move on to our Zex weapons. I run 3 of each. I know you're probably thinking like, man, doesn't that clog on that? Like, no, not really. Once again, the quicker I get like I said, this deck can pump out a Utopia, like bam, there's a Utopia, but sometimes I have a hard time getting my Zex weapon, so if I can get the consistency of my Zex weapons up, then, the more I have, the more I can play them, right? You can only equip 1 of each to Utopia, but, if I have extras in a hand, I can just go ahead and just discard 1 for the tricky, so, it's not like they're really bad, and, I'd rather have them than not have them, It's like my Yubel decks where I run 3 Armageddon Knights and 3 Dark Referers. It's kind of like, yeah, that could be overkill at times, but you know what? I'd rather have them than not have them, so that's the way I think of it with this deck. So that's the monsters. 27 monsters, a lot of monster count, so, hopefully I won't get too bad of hands, I mean, there's still a possibility that I can draw a whole bunch of spells and traps, but, hopefully that won't happen with, this a lot of monsters. So, let's move on to the spells. We got Dark Hole, what can I say about Dark Hole? Just Dark Hole the field, make Utopia 8,000 attack you game, ha! So, or, if my back is against the wall sometimes, it might take me a little while to get started, I can just go ahead and just drop the Dark Hole on them. It's just a staple, might as well play it. Then we got 3 instant fusions. We pay 1,000 and we special summon a level 5 or lower fusion monster from our extra deck. So, as you can see down here, we got our 2 Andromedites. It used to be a Flame Swordsman, but I actually changed them out, and I'll explain why it's a Andromenite over Flame Swordsman when we get to the extra deck. So, yeah. Just helps you summon rank 5s, and we also run Carbonala? I think that's how you pronounce it. Warrior. Just a simple rank of... level 4. So, if it's like, oh, this hand isn't good, summon Star Drawing, Instant Fusion, summon this guy, and, make a Utopia. And then draw a card. Then these last cards, these are for when I'm tagging with Tiago, because, as you guys know, when I tag with Tiago, we go against 2 separate decks, and they don't really have the rules like they did in Worlds, where it's like, oh, to combine you can only run 1 of a limited card, and combined you can only run 2 of the semi-limited. No, it's not like that. So when we're tagging and people want to run a lot of back row, we gotta be we might be going up against 2 compulses, 2 bombless, 2 warnings, 2 torrentals, 6 mirror forces. Well, no, my bad. 4 mirror forces. I don't even know why for a second I thought mirror forces at 3. 4 mirror forces, 4 deep prisons, 6 fiendish chains, and there's been plenty of duels in Tagging with Tiago where we just straight up lost because of back row. So not only do I play the back row hate, but Tiago does as well, and we get off our plays and we just win like that. So of course we got triple MST, arguably one of the best spell cards, or the best spell card in the format right now. Not only can you mystical space a whole bunch of back row, but you can also space that pesky dragon fiends that dragons love to do. So, yep, just MST it away. We have to play Triple Lance, probably one of my favorite spell cards. Like, this card has been just a lifesaver. Like, as soon as this card came out and I saw it, I was just like, that's beautiful. Because I hate back row. I hate back row with a passion. I'm pro heavy 100%. I'm tired of losing to damn duels because my opponent sets 5. And I'm not really a person that plays a lot of back row either. You know, I play Yubel, and the only back row I really play is limit reverse and call. So you know, you don't really have to expect anything threatening out of my back row, which is kind of good because you know it really doesn't leave your MSTs to be really doing anything. You know, it's like sure you can MST my face down. Okay, well I'll go ahead and chain summon Yubel, destroy summon terror. So now look what you did. So. You know, I'm just not a big fan of back row. I'm not a big fan of just, you know, just simply going Bottomless Compulse, Solemn Warning, Torrential, Mirror Force, Deprison. Oh, you're out of resources? Oh, I win? Okay, GG. You know, I'm not for that. It's just bullshit. And it's just like, wow. Okay. So, I'm pro heavy all the way. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I don't want to hear it the whole, oh, well, Katakuris can heavy storm you and OTK you. Okay. That's fine. It's 1 out of 40. You know? If that happens, then you know what? They're just lucky. That's all I got to say. You know, you set 5 back row. Your opponent heavied you. That's your fault. That's just my opinion. That's your fault. You knew that 1 out of the 40 cards in their deck was a heavy storm. You shouldn't have risked it. You did. You get punished for it. You know. Just I thought like that fear of heavy, that existence of heavy, just brought you know, some more thought process to the game than besides than just set 5 pass. You know, why should I have to be worried about it? You know, it's not like he has a heavy storm or anything. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, Harpy's Feather Duster. I'm definitely not saying Giant Trunade. Not saying Cold Wave. Just Heavy Storm. You know, I just want it back. But I'm getting off topic now. So you can see lots of back row hate for when we tag. So triple Lance and also triple Row Decree because we don't run any traps. So might as well run Row Decree and negate everybody else's trap. Then make Utopia and kill them. So that's the main deck, 40 cards of course. So let's move on to the extra deck. We got Triple Utopia. You could probably cut this down to 2, but I really don't care. So Triple Utopia, like I said, he's the center of the deck. It's a Utopia deck for goodness sakes. You can pump him out really easily in this deck. And yeah, so I'd say if you want to make it a VZW deck, I'd say take these 2 out, put them into Barian in. Take a Utopia out, and personal choice, you could take out Ray and put in 2 Vs, or just leave in Ray and put in 1 V. So that's your personal taste, but like I said, the deck is subject to change. Then we run double VZ Leo Arms. Leo Arms is really good. He's at 3,000 beat. You can't attack directly though, but you can detach and see material to get a Zexal weapon from your deck to your hand. So you pretty much have to search for these deck weapons to equip to Utopia, and also you can equip him to Utopia for Utopia to gain 3,000 attack. So Utopia's original attack plus his 2 Zexal weapons plus Leo Arms equals 8,000 Utopia, and Leon's additional effect is when you attack and destroy a monster, you can detach this. Well, not detach, but you can unequip this as an equip card to make it a second attack on an opponent's monster during the battle phase. So it's like attack, get rid of it, attack again. So yeah. We also got 1 Guide Charger because sometimes Leo Arms and other rank 5s get empty with XC materials, and you know, we go ahead and just slap a Guide Charger on, so why not? We got a Pleiades, and this is where the Drama Knight comes in, because this is the reason why Flame Swordsman was changed for a Drama Knight, because I put back in Solar Windjammer. So, you know, if your hand's not that good, and you know, well, not necessarily if your hand's not that good, you know, your hand could be decent, you know, you go second, you go special summon Solar Windjammer, because you control a monster I don't, activate Instant Fusion, summon a Drama Knight, make a Pleiades, so, why not, pretty much. So, it's only 1, but, you know, when you can make it, you can make it. You'll also use this guy, but who would ever tribute to summon him, you know? We also run Volca, because Volca can go for OTKs, and Volca's too good. If you can make rank 5s, you should be running a Volca, you know. Destroy your opponent's monster, they take the original attack, and you can't attack directly this turn, but you can, of course, have a loophole with Guide Charger, so you just go, summon Volca, detach, destroy your monster, make a Guide Charger attack you directly, so, yep. We run a Tyrus, because Tyrus blocks itself from being destroyed, and it destroys cards when you battle, so you go attack, and, you know, he can't be hit by Bottomless or Mirror Force, and then you destroy one of your opponent's cards, you know. So that's pretty good, and you detach and see material, and when he's out, that's it. run one Shark Fortress for OTKs because this deck has OTK potential similar to Constellars. You do have the ability to do it, and you know what? This guy can pretty much, say something can attack twice and you can't attack any other monsters. You got Utopia, that's super strong as X weapons. Make Shark Fortress, detach, Utopia attack twice, tack game. So, yep, OTK possibilities. This guy, Utopia Ray, I really never use him. I've never, it's pretty much like a safety device. It's like running Abyss Dweller. You won't always need it, but he's there when you need him. If you guys want to go ahead and take him out, like I said, and put in Utopia AV, which is much better than Utopia Ray Victory. I mean, well, yes, but much better than Utopia Ray. You can go ahead and do that. There's never been a really situation where we've been under 1,000 life points and we've ever had to use this effect. But there might be a time when it might come to it. So whatever. As you can see, we're not running the unicorn, so I obviously don't really need this card, but it's really whatever. And we got My Stroke to go to XC for rank 4, so, when you don't want to make Utopia, make a My Stroke. Why not? And then we got a Fusion for instant fusion, so 2 Drama Knights, and then this guy, the Carbonala Warrior. Yeah. So that's the Utopia deck profile. Not too long. Like I said, really simple deck. So, like I said, I might change it and just take out the Gaga Magicians just because I don't like them, and put in the rank ups, because Utopia V is pretty good. He's like pretty much Volcasaurus and Gaia Charger put into one, so we might try it out, but yeah, so I will go ahead and get those cards and go ahead and switch the cards for you right now. So we'll go ahead and get Utopia Ray V. V is way better than Victory. Victory is not even that good, so you can go ahead and take out Utopia, take out him, and we'll put in 1 and 2, and then we'll take out these. And one of the force cards is like better than the other. I'm not really sure which one's the best. It's like either like these 3. Okay, so you got Varian, which I think you attach an Extreme to from one of your opponent's monsters. You got this guy who pretty much does nothing. And you got this guy who I think is actually the best one, where I think you negate any face-up cards on the field other than this card, and the monster summoned by it negate the effects of those other monsters. Would that negate like my Zexal weapons, or no? Because I would activate this, summon the Utopia Ray, then equip the Zexal weapons. So this is actually the best out of them. So we're gonna go ahead and just plop in 2 of these. And yeah, there you go. So there you go. Go and change the deck to VZW. So there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Like I said, it's not like the deck is being taken off right now. It's not like, oh, yep, deck's over. Next Monday, we're gonna be doing something new. No, that's not necessarily true. Oh, it's just that new card, isn't it? This card used to be super broke. It's still kind of like really good, but at least the monster has to be the same type in attribute. It used to be that it wasn't, so you could take like a Zed-Mains and then activate this card and turn it into a Pleiades because you fucking could. Like, it was super broke. Like, take a Gachi, activate this, and turn it into an Ophion. It's just like, what? But they did change it so it has to be the same type and the same attribute. So, that does limit some of the plays that this card can do. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, so like I said, next Monday we should be doing another episode of Tagging with Tiago. Like I said, I'm planning on taking this deck off of Daily Duels, but one, I'm not sure if I want to do like the lineup again where I offer a whole bunch of decks, or I'm not sure if I want to just leave it to you guys and I'm just like, hey, name off some decks, whatever deck gets the most comments or likes, that's the one that wins, So I'm not sure how I want to do it right now. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Thank you guys for all the support, and I will see you guys tomorrow with Boojins.